The world's screens flicker with humanity's downfall. News feeds from across Europe show cities falling like dominoes to the mimic invasion. Their crystalline bodies reflect sunlight as they move with impossible speed through streets and buildings. Military analysts estimate the entire continent will fall within days. Conventional weapons prove useless against their adaptive tactics. Tank divisions are shredded, air forces swatted from the sky, naval vessels split apart by metallic tentacles that predict every human response. In response, the United Defense Force unveils combat exoskeletons, mechanized jacket suits that give soldiers enhanced strength, speed, and firepower. These suits become humanity's last hope, but the casualty rates remain staggering. Only one soldier has achieved significant victory, Rita Vrataski, the Angel of Verdun, whose mysterious combat prowess with a specially designed sword has made her a symbol of resistance. Major William Cage arrives at UDF headquarters in London's fortified centre, his camera-ready appearance marking him as someone who's experienced war only through a lens. His role as media relations officer has kept him safely distant from combat, crafting press releases and managing public perception. The war room buzzes with preparation for Operation Downfall, a massive invasion force meant to reclaim continental Europe. General Brigham's office offers a panoramic view of London's military transformation. Anti-aircraft batteries line the Thames, refugee camps fill Hyde Park, and combat dropships darken the sky. The general orders Cage to document the invasion from the front lines. When Cage's silver tongue turns to desperate blackmail, his world crumbles. Military police strip him of rank and identity, marking him as a deserter thrown into combat. Heathrow Base sprawls across the former airport's ruins, a massive military staging ground where thousands of soldiers train in their jackets. Master Sergeant Farrell, a man carved from battlefield granite, assigns Cage to J Squad. The unit's members each carry their own battle scars, a demolitions expert who lost his entire family in the Paris Fall, a former Olympic athlete who watched her teammates die in Rome, a sniper who hasn't spoken since surviving Munich's destruction, and others hardened by constant loss. Combat training reveals Cage's complete incompetence. His jacket's neural interface overwhelms him, basic movement proves impossible, and weapon systems remain a mystery. J Squad watches with dark amusement, placing bets on how quickly he'll die in combat. During rare quiet moments, massive screens display Rita Vrataski's victory at Verdun, her sword cutting through mimics with devastating precision while armies rally behind her. Operation Downfall launches in pre-dawn darkness. 5,000 dropships carry the largest invasion force in human history toward the French coast. Cage's heart pounds in his malfunctioning suit as anti-aircraft fire tears through the formation. His dropship takes a direct hit, spiraling toward the beach in flames. The impact scatters J Squad across blood-soaked sand. The beach becomes a slaughterhouse. Mimics burst from hidden burrows, their movements suggesting intimate knowledge of the invasion plan. They strike with surgical precision, targeting command units and support positions first. J Squad dies in pieces, the demolitions expert's charges explode prematurely, the athlete's enhanced reflexes prove too slow, the sniper's perfect shots bounce harmlessly off crystalline armor. Through the chaos, Cage witnesses Rita Vrataski in true combat. Her movements flow like water, each sword strike finding vulnerable points in mimic anatomy. She fights with impossible fortitude as though she's seen this battle before. Their eyes meet across the killing field, a moment of recognition cut short by death. A massive blue mimic differently shaped and colored than the others targets Cage. In his panic, he squeezes the trigger at the perfect moment. The alpha mimic dies, its unique blood mixing with his as death claims them both. Morning light hits Cage's face at Heathrow Base. Yesterday repeats with perfect clarity. Each death teaches him optimal suit movement, mimic attack patterns, weapon positions, dropship trajectories. His muscle memory builds across hundreds of resets while his mind catalogs every detail of the invasion's failure. The repeating day reveals new layers. He learns each J Squad member's story, though they forget him every reset. The demolitions expert's family photos burn in his pocket. The athlete's Olympic medal lies hidden in her suit. The sniper's notebook contains drawings of Munich's streets before destruction. Each loop adds depth to their humanity, making their deaths harder to witness. Rita recognizes Cage's time-trapped state from her own experience at Verdun. She explains the mimic's secret: they achieve victory through endless rehearsal, resetting time whenever defeat looms. and Alpha's death transfers this power to its killer, but the gift disappears if the carrier's blood is diluted through wounds or transfusion. Training with Rita spans countless loops. She kills him without hesitation when he makes mistakes, forcing a reset to perfect his technique. Between combat sessions, they uncover the Mimic's hierarchy. The Omega, a central intelligence, controls all Mimic forces through Alpha units. Kill the Omega, and its death ripples backward through time, undoing the invasion before it begins. Each promising lead ends in death. The Omega remains hidden while Alpha's force resets at crucial moments. Research in military archives and scientific databases slowly reveals its location beneath the Louvre. The museum's submerged foundations house the alien intelligence, protected by tides of lesser mimics and Alpha guards. The final assault comes after countless failed attempts. Cage knows every member of J Squad's fighting style, orchestrating their movements to survive longer each time. They battle through Paris's ruins, past Notre Dame's shattered spires and along the Seine's toxic waters. The Louvre's glass pyramid lies broken, its underground chambers flooded and transformed by alien growth. Rita and Cage share a moment before the final push, their relationship built on thousands of shared deaths she can't remember. She fights with the same intensity that made her a legend, giving Cage his chance to reach the Omega. In the deepest chamber, surrounded by bioluminescent alien architecture, he confronts humanity's true enemy. The Omega pulses with temporal energy, controlling its army across time itself. Cage's damaged suit sparks in the floodwater as he releases his grenades. The explosion tamasizes both human and alien, their blood mixing in the final instant. Reality shears sideways. Cage opens his eyes on a transport to London before everything began. Tactical displays show Mimic forces worldwide collapsing, their unified consciousness shattered across time by the Omega's death. He finds Rita training new recruits, her legendary sword catching morning light. She doesn't remember him, but her eyes suggest something deeper than memory when they meet. In this timeline, they have a chance to build something new, free from the weight of countless shared deaths. The war that never was leaves them changed in ways only they can understand.